Well, ever since September the 11th, there have been reports of backlash against Arab Americans and Muslims. Tonight, we take a look at a Valley family who's been affected by the tragic events, not only because they're Muslim, but only because they're Americans, or also because they're Americans. Karen Zarzadias joins us live from our newsroom tonight. She has more on that side of the story. Karen.
Americans and Muslims right here in the Valley. Some of them our co-workers, neighbors, friends, and even teachers. Dr. Elzeiny is a civil engineering professor at Fresno State and one highly respected by his students.
He's a nice professor. He loves to help. You can talk to him anytime. You can go to his office. His office is always open.
Professor Elzeiny has taught at Fresno State for the past 4 years and has even built quite a reputation for being a challenging instructor. Even colleagues attest to that. Ask Dr. Jesus Laralde, a fellow professor and close friend.
He seems to have a reputation for being a tough teacher, but he's very dependable, very reliable, very professional.
At home, there really isn't much of a difference. Dr. Elzeiny is a father committed to his family. Wife Manal, 9-year-old Mohammed, 8-year-old Ahmed, 3-year-old Sarah, and 5-month-old Lena. Together, the family prays daily, devoted to God.
I believe from the bottom of my heart that Islam will solve a lot of the problems of the world today. The moderate Islam, the beautiful Islam that we love and practice, not the one that is being misrepresented by some fanatics.
It's the religious fanatics, Dr. Elzeiny says, are misrepresenting the Muslim faith. And since September 11th, it's them he feels are contributing to a drastic change in their life now.
Few hours later, we found ourselves being blamed for it because the suspects that did that share the same religion of Islam. We felt so sad and so hurted, and we felt that the name of Islam was hijacked and was stolen and used in where it shouldn't be used.
Later, the Elzeinis share how much their life has changed since September 11th and how they're coping through it. Live in the newsroom, Karen Zarzadias, back to you.
Well, you know, there is no doubt the terrorist attack on September the 11th has had a profound effect on families.
Right here in the Valley, we spoke with one family who has felt the tragic pain, both as Muslims and Arab Americans. Karen Zarzadias joins us now with more on this. You met this family and visited with them.
We just met with them, and they're a very great family. Well, John and Jadine, tonight we'll share with you what one family has had to deal with since that eventful day. In this report, we hope to shed some light on this family's perspective and how it feels to be on the other side. 5 times a day, the Elzeiny family prays. Their commitment to God never questioned. And even when Ali and Manal Elzeiny moved here from Egypt 10 years ago, not once did they ever think their freedoms would be tested either. When you first moved here, I'm sure you never thought that this type of thing would ever happen.
Certainly, we came from non-democratic societies, and freedom, democracy, constitutional rights, this is all what America is about. And we never thought that we will experience this again after we immigrated from our countries.
We came here because of the freedom and justice.
Do you think now that that's still there?
We feel that we are asked to accept injustice, and I think that nobody should be asked to accept injustice. We are asked to accept injustice because of what is happening.
Before the September 11th attack, the Elzeiny family didn't feel any different from anyone else. But before they knew it, things dramatically changed. They feared for their safety because the terrorist suspects responsible for the attack happened to share their Islamic faith. Tell me what life was like after September 11th.
After September 11, after what happened, I was so scared. I had to stay for a while in my home. And this was really hard. I was so scared.
Manal was afraid to leave her home after she heard of other Muslim women getting attacked, but never did she think of altering her appearance out of fear.
See, the scarf is a sign of faith, sign of a strong relationship with God. Why we should change that? I mean, like, it's not It shouldn't cause fear to anybody.
Fortunately, concerned friends and neighbors supported the Elzeinis and comforted them, letting them know they'd stand beside them through the tough times. But Ali and Manal's biggest concern was their children and how others would treat them.
Kids, they have their own world. They live in a world of peace, and you know, they are so innocent. They don't
They
understand.
don't know how to hate. So all the kids were very nice.
That's good.
We are the ones who are getting the backlash.
Yeah.
And it's the adults, the Elzeinis say, need to learn more about the Islamic faith and not assume every Muslim is the same.
They should know more about Islam itself, not about the people who are misrepresenting Islam. I mean, every religion has people who are misrepresenting it.
The Elzeinis believe growing suspicions have led the government to question Arab Americans, putting innocent lives under the microscope. What do you see now in the future as far as for your family and as also for the Muslim community?
We are afraid that we are going to be targets of further loss of constitutional rights, because we are the usual suspects after each attack. I wish that this changes.
Despite their concerns, the Elzeinis remain confident their children's futures will be better, especially knowing their faith will get them through this together.
To us, Islam, our religion, is the most important thing in life, because our future in the hereafter depends on how well we practice our religion and how well we teach our children to practice the religion. We are not willing to give away our religion, to give up our religion, and we shouldn't be asked to do that. Freedom of religion, freedom of speech is all what United States is about.
Dr. Elzeiny has suggested a website all of us can look at to get a better understanding of the Quran and the Muslim faith. It is www.islam.org. On it, he says you can read more about the Islamic faith and read translations of the Quran. John, Jadine?
Interesting.
Yeah, boy. It's an insight to what one family is going through.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
All right. Good job,
Karen.
Karen.